Hi, welcome to Chair Yoga. My name is Kelly, and we'll be practicing Chair Vinyasa Yoga, and Vinyasa means flow. We'll have seated flow as well as standing flow. And the movements are called asanas, and we also have pranayama, which is the breath work. So we'll begin the practice with a centering, and then we'll do the breath work, and then we'll move into our asanas. So I invite you to come into the middle of your chair and to ground down through your feet. So notice your feet underneath your knees. And then find the sits bones in your seat. And you can do that by stirring the pot with your torso. And as you come forward with your torso, you can inhale and exhale as you go back. And notice the sits bones. There's one on your left side and your right side. And you can then go in the opposite direction, noticing your sits bones. Inhaling as you come forward, exhaling as you go back. And then settle into a neutral spine above your sits bones. And then return to your feet. The backs of your hands can be on your thighs. And then let your elbows hang out and feel the weight of the arms just hanging there, and the comfort of your hands just resting on your thighs. I invite you to close your eyes for our centering, or just have your gaze down. And just begin to settle in. You can relax your jaw. Notice your natural breath, quieting the mind. Now I invite you to practice Dirgha Pranayama, which is 3-part breath. So begin inhaling very slowly through your nostrils and fill up the belly. Continue inhaling and fill up the rib cages. And then the last part of the inhalation fills the chest. Notice the elongation of the spine when you're in fullness. And then release the breath top to bottom, emptying the chest, the rib cages, and then finally the belly empties. You might notice the navel pulling towards the spine as you come to complete emptiness. And then fill up again, inhaling through the nostrils, fill the belly, the rib cages, and the chest. Notice the long spine, lengthen through the crown of your head. Exhaling and releasing the breath. And once you feel completely empty, inhale again. Slowing down the inhalation and lengthening it, and slowing down the exhalation and lengthening it. We'll do one more round of Dirgha Pranayama. Notice fullness before you empty out, and then slowly release the breath. And notice empty. And then return to your natural breath. And stay here for a few more rounds. I'm going to read to you today a poem. It's titled Within the Body You Are Wearing by Robert Hall. Within the body you are wearing, now inside the bones and the beating in the heart, lives the one you have been searching for so long. But you must stop running away and shake hands. The meeting doesn't happen without your presence, your participation. The same one waiting for you there is moving in the trees, glistening on the water, growing in the grasses, and lurking in the shadows you create. You have nowhere to go. The marriage happened long ago. Behold your mate. If your eyes were closed, I invite you to flutter them open. Lift your gaze and drop your hands down to your sides. And then reaching out in both directions with your palms facing the ceiling, slowly inhale your arms up till they're overhead. Soften the shoulders down. And then exhale and float the hands down, palms facing the ground. All of the air is out once the arms are down and the hands are below the seat. Now inhale, filling up again, lengthening the spine, and this time just relax and reach down with the right arm, lengthening the left arm up overhead. Find the chair's leg and then come into a lateral stretch. Only go and bend as far as feels comfortable for you. Your gaze can go up to the palm of your hand if that's available to you. Both sits bones are still rooted. And then on your next inhalation, bring yourself back up as if someone was pulling you by that hand. Both arms overhead again, lengthening, and then exhale. The other arm comes down, coming into our seated lateral stretch. Notice the curvature of the spine. One breath here on the side. Exhale all the air out, and then inhale, bring yourself back up again. And now exhale, both arms go into a twisted spine, so they're going to the side, and then your right arm is going to go behind the chair, and then your left arm holds the leg. And then just gently bringing yourself a little deeper into the spinal twist. Always moving with compassion, always being safe in your practice, only doing what's right for you. Working with sensation and finding that balance between ease and challenge. And now inhale the arms back up overhead. So we invite the challenge, but we also want to find ease in the challenge. Now spinal twist on the other side. Find the back of the chair with your left arm, and then your right arm holds the leg. Gaze is over the shoulder if that's available to you. Inhaling and exhaling. Inhaling and exhaling. And now inhale, the arms back up overhead. We have 2 more motions of the spine. So there's 6 motions of the spine. Reaching forward now with the hands. The hands land on the knees and then curl your spine by tucking your chin into the chest and then sliding your hands down below the knees. Only go down to the shins and notice the curvature of your spine. Now we're in cat. Inhale and exhale. Notice the expansion and contraction of the belly in this pose. Now the next inhalation, slide your hands back up above the knees. Gaze goes forward and then lift your hands out in front of you. The arms are reaching up above again. Now the arms reach out to the sides and then slightly behind you, finding the legs of the chair. The shoulder blades come together and the gaze goes up, coming into cow. Inhale and exhale. I open my heart. Now release the chair, gaze goes forward, bring the arms out to the sides again and then up overhead, and then bring them back down to the knees. We'll do this one more time. Tuck the chin, curling the spine into cat. So we've done our lateral stretches right and left. Those are the two motions. And then we did the spinal twist, right and left. Those are 2 more motions of the spine. And the last 2 is this flexion extension. Now bring the hands back up, gaze goes up, lift the arms up, and we're gonna finish with our wingspan, opening up our heart, shoulder blades together, hold the back of the chair, gaze is up, cow pose. And then release the chair, exhale down, raise the arms back up overhead, and then long spine, exhale, prayer hands to heart. Coming home to our heart. And then release the hands down. Okay, we've done the 6 motions of the spine, and now I'd like us to wake up our wrists, and we're gonna wake up our ankles at the same time. So we're gonna be coming up on the balls of our feet, engaging our calf muscles here, and by raising our heels up. And while we do that, we're going to be working our wrists. So take your right hand and flip your palm up, and then bring the fingertips towards the body as you reach your arm long. We're going to hold this here while we lift our heels 5 times. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. And now flip the palm so it's facing down. And now we're going to bring the fingers towards the body this way. 1, 2, lift the heels, 3, 4, and 5. And then release the wrist and shake it out. We'll do the other arm, fingers flexing down towards the ground and towards the body, lifting the heels for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And then flip the hand back over, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And then shake the wrists out. And now we're going to do some leg stretches. So come to the front of your chair, lean back until you feel your back on the chair. And then we're going to lift both feet up, and we're going to flex and point, flex and point. So we're using our abdominal muscles here, and we're waking up our hamstrings. Flex and point. We'll go for this 10 times. Do this 10 times. So that's 5, flex and point, 4, flex and point, 3, flex and point, 4, flex and point, 2, flex and point, 1. Now flex and hold for 4, 3, 2, and 1. And then you can reach your arms out to the side for even more engagement of the belly. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. This is boat pose, and relax down. Wonderful. I'm going to show you a variation of boat pose in case you wanted more challenge. I'm just going to show you. You can do this at a later time, or you can join me now. Otherwise, you can just watch. So we want to come up kind of in a balancing pose here. We go past our sits bones, and now we're balancing kind of like a teeter-totter, and then we raise up our feet. Now you really feel the engagement of the abs here. Now we want to keep a nice long spine here, pointing our toes, and we can just hold it for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. If you want more challenge, you can reach your arms out to the side for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Or you can hold on to the chair and then exhale down. That's a wonderful way to get the belly engaged. All right, so here we go. Now we're going to do a little bit more leg work before we do our asanas in the chair. So bring up your knee, your right knee, hug it to the chest, and then reach the leg long and hold the back of the thigh, flex the toes towards the body, walk the hands down to the ankle or wherever it goes. It's fine if you stay around the knee, wherever it works for you. And now settle into your sits bone, feel your foot on the floor, and then the foot that's in the air, you can flex it and hold on to it if you can reach that far. Otherwise, hold the leg and feel the sensation of the hamstring opening. And breathe here for 3 breaths. Inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. Let go of the foot if you were holding it. Walk the hands down to the shin. Long spine, hug the knee, and then cross the ankle over the thigh. Nice long spine here. Make sure your foot's underneath your knee. And then with the long spine, lean forward, coming into our hip stretch. Really send the breath down the spine and to the hip, feeling the opening. Where can you soften? Last breath in. Next inhalation brings us back to a long spine. Hug the knee in. Release the foot down. Settle into both sits bones to neutralize. And then bring up the right knee. Oh, for you it would be the left knee, I guess. So hugging the knee. And then reaching the leg long, holding the thigh. Walk the hands down as far as you like. And we'll do the hamstring stretch on this side. Noticing what's happening in the body. Bringing in the breath. Keeping the mind quiet. Always being kind in your practice. Staying with yourself. Being true to yourself. Meeting yourself where you are, just as you are. And staying present. And release the foot. Release the leg down. Hug the knee in, long spine, and then cross the ankle over. Settle in for our pigeon, seated pigeon pose. Have your long spine and then lean forward. And take your long 3 deep breaths. We hold a lot in our hips, so it's wonderful to do this every day. Open them up and release. Letting go, making space. Inhale up and hug the knee and lower the leg down. Now I'd like you to come to the edge of your seat and widen your knees, opening up our hips in this direction, and then just kind of wiggle your knees in and out, in and out. And then pause, and then bring your hands up to your shoulders, and we're going to open up our shoulders some more. So right now, noticing the openness of your chest. Notice your shoulder blades together. And now we're going to come up on the balls of our foot, lifting our heels as we inhale our elbows forward. And then exhale, lower our heels down. Our little wings come behind us. And then inhale, going forward. Up and back, raise up the heels, then lower the heels down. Do it again. Inhale up, raising up the heels, our shoulder blades together, and then release down. Heels and elbows come down. Now we're going to go in the other direction. So now our shoulder blades are going to come together, our elbows come up, our heels come up. Bring the elbows forward and exhale down. Heels come down at the same time. Continue again in this motion. Great. Now release your hands out to the sides. Bring them up. Long spine. Exhale down. Now bring them up. Long spine. Bring both knees together. And prayer hands to heart. Release the hands down to the legs. Wonderful. Now we're ready for our seated asanas. So come to the side of your chair and bring the edge of the chair right into the crease of your knee. And then the leg that's close to the edge of the seat, the outer leg, you want to bring that leg completely off of the chair and then slide the knee down. So our anchor points are going to be our foot that's on the floor in front of us, and then the ball of the foot on our leg behind us. Our hips are squared forward, our shoulders are over our hips. Engage the belly. Now you can stay on the ball of your foot here, and this is our warrior base. Or you can slide that foot back and lower the heel down. This is quite challenging for seated yoga. So you can do it this way or or having the leg bent behind you. So I'm gonna just, for modeling purposes, I'm gonna keep it like this. All right? So here we are. Once we have our warrior base, then we can hold on to the back of the chair with one arm and reach up with our other arm. Nice long spine, gaze goes up. And now you can let go of the other arm, really root down in the balls of your feet, offering up, relax your shoulders down, engage your belly. Feel your 2 feet rooting down as you rise up with your hands. Lengthening through your spine, inhale and exhale. Inhale, reaching even longer, enlivening your fingertips, and exhale. Inhale, reaching towards the ceiling, reaching towards the sky, and now we're going to bring our the arm that's outside, away from the chair. Bring that arm behind you, palm faces down. Now we're coming into our warrior 2. Our shoulders have opened up and our hips have opened up to the side of the chair. Both arms are lengthening in opposite directions. So we're reaching into the front here and we're reaching behind us. And that's sometimes how our mind works, right? We get ahead of ourselves thinking about things in the future, or our mind is stuck in the past. I want to just let go and breathe into the center heart. Breathe into your heart, coming home again and again to the present moment. Inhale and exhale. Breathing into your open heart. Inhale and exhale. And now inhale, release the hand that's behind you down to the back of your thigh, and then reach up with the hand that's in front of you, coming into peaceful warrior. Now you'll notice your hand sliding down your thigh as you come up higher, as you reach higher. Only go as high as that's right for you, and notice the stretch and the opening of your side body and the muscles working in your side, your other side. And then inhale, coming back to warrior 2. Both arms go parallel to the ground again. And then inhale the arm that's behind you back up overhead. Notice how the shoulders now are squared forward. So are the hips. Both arms are up overhead. We're reaching out again, long with the spine in our warrior 1. So we moved from warrior 1, Virabhadrasana, to warrior 2, Parshva Virabhadrasana. And now here we are, inhaling and exhale, prayer hands to heart. Release the hands down to the chair seat, and then bring the knee that's behind you back up to the other knee, and then slide yourself, both knees together, into the front of the chair. And hands back on the knees. Roll the shoulders up towards the ears and back and down. And then just notice the effects of the warrior flow. And now we'll repeat it on the other side. So swing your knees over to the other side of the chair, and then find the crease of your knee in the edge of the chair, and then scooch over so that the knee that's on the outside of the chair can swing back and then find the ball of the feet stabilizing you, and then the front foot, that ball of that foot is also stabilizing you. Notice how the hips and shoulders are aligned, and then from here you can hold the back of the chair for more stability if you like. Your heart shining out in front of you, and then reaching out with your arm that's on the outside. You can even reach your leg back more, like I showed you on the other side, for a long leg stretch, and then reach out with both hands coming into just Virabhadrasana, just Warrior One right now. Keep your leg in a bent shape, you can do that as well. Long spine, breathing from the crown of your head all the way down to the base of your spine. Engage your belly, enliven your reach, your fingertips. Inhale and exhale. Can you relax the shoulders? Inhale and exhale. Now the arm that's on the outside, that means out towards the front of the chair, reach that arm up overhead, and then behind you, the palm faces the ground. The front arm becomes parallel to the ground, and so does the arm that's behind you. So both arms are parallel to the ground. Palms are facing the ground. Your hips and shoulders have opened up like a book to the side. And now we're in our Warrior Two, Virabhadrasana. Inhale and exhale. Inhale deeply, exhale deeply. We hold the poses for a long time in yoga. The longer we hold them, the more bone density we're building. Inhale and exhale, really enlivening all the muscles, engaging all of the muscles from our toes to our fingertips. And now release the hand behind you to the thigh. Come up into your peaceful warrior. Enjoying the side stretch. Relax your shoulders. Can you feel all the points where you're anchoring? Your feet on the ground, your seat in the chair. Inhale and exhale back to Warrior Two. Inhale and exhale. Inhale the arm that's behind you up overhead. Square the shoulders, square the hips. And now lean forward, long spine, into your Warrior One again. Inhaling and exhaling. Inhaling. And next exhalation, bring your palms together and bring them to your heart. All the air is out. Release your hands down to the seat of the chair and slide the knee that's behind you to meet the knee that's in front of you. And then once your knees are together, go ahead and turn your body so both knees are in the front of the chair again. Roll your shoulders up towards the knee, ears, and then back and down. And notice the effects of the warrior flows. And now we're going to come into our standing flows. So come to the edge of your chair and feel your feet underneath your knees. Feel your sits bones on the edge of the chair. And now release your hands down to the side of the chair. We're going to do some Utkatasana flows, which is chair pose. So we'll begin by reaching out in front. We're not coming out of the chair yet. We're just getting our arms elongated. It feels just like the warrior pose. Long spine, long arms. Inhale. Now exhale. Bring those long arms down. The gaze goes down. Now bring those arms behind you, like in skier's pose. Bring your shoulder blades together. You're like a racer going down a ski mountain. Hold here for one breath. Inhale. And exhale. Now lower the arms down towards your feet again. Come on up. And now you have a long back. Great. Now, this time we're going to reach out again in front of us. Then bring the arms down, not behind us, but just to the seat of the chair. Hold the chair seat. And now you can push yourself off the chair seat until you feel your hips over your ankles. Then extend your arms behind you in skier's pose, and then bring your arms out in front of you. Your belly's on your thighs, and then push off. Up, 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 halfway. Long spine, belly's engaged. I'm going to show you the side profile. This is what it looks like. So our knees are over our ankles. I can see my toes. My back is long. I'm sitting deeply as if there was a chair behind me, but I'm off the chair. I'm going to hold here for 3 breaths. Inhale, really working our legs, and exhale. Inhale and exhale. Next inhalation, push into your feet and grow, 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 grow tall until your shoulders, your hips, and your knees and your ankles are all aligned. Tall mountain. Look at how tall you can grow. And then exhale, prayer hands to heart. Lower the hands down to your sides, palms facing forward. This is Tadasana, mountain pose. Come back facing you again, mountain pose. We're going to do the chair flow one more time. So reaching out as if there was a friend in front of you, sinking your hips back. Knees are over ankles. Reaching long, spine is nice and straight. I'm going to peek down at my feet, see my feet wiggling there. And then inhale, exhale. If you want to see the pose from the side, inhale. Exhale, can you relax your shoulders? Inhale and exhale. Stay with it. Inhale and exhale. Next inhalation, push into your feet and grow, 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 grow tall, all the way up to tall mountain. Inhale deeply and exhale, prayer hands to heart. Release the hands down, Tadasana. Okay, now we're going to walk behind our chair and we're going to begin our standing asanas. All right, so to begin, find your feet hip distance apart. Have a slight bend in both knees. You can release your hands down to the side. The chair is there to help you. Now I just wanted to note that I have a mat here underneath my chair on the floor so the chair won't slide around. I'm also wearing my wonderful yoga socks that I got from my dear chair yogi friends at the YMCA. So thank you for these lovely socks. They help keep your feet sticking on the ground and they keep them warm. So here we are, back to Tadasana, standing behind our chair. We have the backs of the chair helping us for support. If we need it, it's there for us. So inhaling, bend both knees, root down, rise up, reaching out to the sides with both arms. Arms are up overhead. Clasp your hands together and point your 2 index fingers like a steeple pointing towards the sky. And now we're going to come into a lateral stretch on the side. This is half moon pose. Here we are doing the 6 motions of the spine again, but now we're standing. So bending to the side here for 1 breath. Inhale and exhale. Inhale, back up, long spine. Inhale and exhale to the other side. Keeping your Shoulders aligned and your hips aligned. Feeling the side stretch. Now inhale up. And exhale, float the hands down to the side. And now for our spinal twist, we're going to come to the side of the chair. I invite you to bring your knee to the chair, the knee that's closest to the back of the seat. Or you can just stay standing for a spinal twist, whichever is right for you. Standing will look like this. Bring your outer arm, the arm that is closest to the outside of the chair, meaning the front of the chair. Cross that over your body and bring it to the back of the chair. Keep your base rooted and then twist your spine so that your arm can go behind you. Gaze is over your outreached arm. Inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. Now come back, bring your arms both out in front, unwind yourself, and then hands on your hips. And then you can kind of wiggle your knees to give them a break. Okay, now walk around to the other side, and we'll do the spinal twist on this side. So again, both feet rooted for the spinal twist, or bring that knee up to the chair that's closest to the back of the chair. Shoulders and hips are aligned, and then reach your arm that's on the outside, cross your body, hold back the chair, and then reach the arm behind you. Inhale and exhale. The arm is parallel to the ground. Feel the spinal twist and breathe into the belly. Inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. Inhale, pressing into the feet or the one foot, and then exhale, coming back through center, both feet on the ground, bend down, reach up, and prayer hands to heart. Okay, now we just need to do the cat and cow motion for the last two motions of the spine. So I would invite you to go ahead and turn the back of the chair towards you. And for cat, we're going to have a bend in both knees, hip distance apart, tuck the chin to the chest, and then slowly go ahead and on the outside of the chair, just kind of dropping down the chin, curling the chest down, and then coming into cat. Your hands might just stay on the edges of your chair, depending on what kind of chair you have. You might find a little bit of the seat of the chair. And now inhale up, slowly keeping the chin tucked. And then reaching up, we're going to bring our hips forward to the back of the chair. Bring our shoulder blades together and the gaze goes up for cow. Inhale, and now exhale, bring the gaze forward, tuck the chin, slowly roll down one vertebrae at a time, engaging the belly too, noticing the curvature of the spine. Inhale and exhale. Keep a slight bend in both knees. Inhale and exhale. Now inhale up, uncurling yourself, but very slowly, one vertebrae at a time. Keep the chin tucked. Once the shoulders are over the hips, gaze comes up. Bring the hips to the back of the chair. Keep holding the chair. Bring the shoulder blades together. Gaze goes up. Cow pose. Inhale. Gaze is upwards toward the sky. And exhale. Gaze goes forward. Hips pull away from the chair. And now the shoulders are back over the hips. Bend both knees deeply, and then reach out to the sides, neutralize and lengthen the spine. And prayer hands to heart. Where's my clock? You'll hear 6 chimes because it's 6 o'clock. I started the video over several times because of different interruptions. I'm not going to start it again. So here we are. We've done the 6 motions of the spine. Now we're ready for our standing flow. We're going to do warrior standing flow. So come to the side of your chair. All right? Here we are. Hips, knees, and ankles are all aligned. And we're going to begin by holding the back of the chair. And the foot that is closest to the back of the chair is our rooted foot. Okay, so press into that foot and come up on the ball of your outer foot. And then balancing on your foot that's closest to the chair back, then reach back with the outer leg, landing on the ball of the foot. And then lowering that heel down at a 45-degree angle. So this is our warrior base when we're standing. Okay, so we have a bend in our knee, the front leg, and the back leg is straight, and it has that nice 45-degree angle. The hips are squared towards the chair, the shoulders are over the hips. Hold on to the chair back for stability purposes, and then reach up with your arm that's on the outside. Inhaling, pressing into your feet. And you can play with the stance, okay? So that you can really feel yourself rooting down into the earth and then reaching up with your arm. Now, if you feel really stable here, then you can do both arms. Coming into our warrior 1. Inhale for 3 breaths and exhale. Offering up. Inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. Really feel the legs working. Virabhadrasana. Now, lower your arm back to the chair back, and then reach up with the outer arm up towards the ceiling. Keep the gaze forward, and then lower that arm behind you until it's parallel. Notice how your shoulders have opened up to the side, and so have your hips. Now you can release the back of the chair and reach out. Warrior 2, Parshva Virabhadrasana. Can you engage your belly? You almost get like an engagement here and a tilt of the pelvis. And now our hips and our shoulders are square to the side. Right? Reaching out. Here we are. Parshva Virabhadrasana. 2 more breaths. Inhale and exhale. Relax the shoulders down. Inhale and exhale. Feel the strength of your warrior. Inhale and exhale. Release the hand that's behind you. Stay here in peaceful warrior. If you need the chair back for stability, then slide your hand down your thigh. Gaze goes up. If you feel okay to let go of the chair, then you can let go of the chair and reach up towards the sky. Peaceful warrior. Inhale and exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale and exhale. Gaze goes forward. Come back to your warrior 2. If you're holding the chair, continue to do so. If your arms are both outreached, that's great too. Now straighten your front leg. So now we're coming into triangle. So both legs are straight, and now we reach out beyond the foot. We can't see our foot because it's under the chair. And then we lower our hand to the seat of the chair. And then reach up with the other arm so that the palm is aligned with the shoulder. Shoulder is reaching, lengthening towards the sky. So we should be in a nice long line here. So both shoulders are aligned. Feet are pressing into the earth. This is triangle. And our hips are aligned and our shoulders are aligned. And then inhale, push off the chair, and then bring both arms reaching out to the side and point both feet out in front. Now we're coming into star. Okay? So our feet are pointing in front, but now what I want you to do is I want you to wiggle your heels so that they come together, closer together. And now our toes are pointing out to the sides. Okay? So if you need the chair for support, you can back yourself up so that you're aligned with the back of the chair. Both of our toes are facing out. You can have the chair here to hold on to, okay? We're gonna do our goddess squats now. So come up into star. You can hold on to the chair, reaching in 4 directions. All 4 limbs are straight. Now exhale, squatting down, coming into goddess arms. Our shoulder blades come together, our knees are bent. If you want to hold on to the chair, just do 1 goddess arm and then come up. Inhale up, exhale down. Inhale up, exhale down. 1 more, inhale up, exhale down. Feel the shoulder blades together, hold here for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Slowly reach up. And then exhale, arms reach out to the sides, hands on hips. And then go ahead and push off 1 foot and then the other. And then come and walk to the other side of the chair, and we'll do the warrior flow on this side. Okay, great. So here we are, coming back to Tadasana. Bend both knees slightly. Hands go back on the hips. Now press into the foot that is closest to the back of the chair and come up on the ball of the foot that is closest to the front of the chair. And then inhale, pressing into your rooted foot, reach back with the outer leg and land on the ball of the foot, lower the heel down at a 45-degree angle. Play with the stance between your feet. Square the hips forward until you feel a wonderful, wonderful, strong warrior base. And once you have that base, you can hold on to the chair with 1 arm and then reach out with the other arm, coming into your warrior 1. Feel the lengthening in that leg that's behind you. From the hip all the way down to the heel, you should feel a nice long stretch. Inhale, let go of the chair if you feel stable, and come into warrior with both arms. Exhale, bend as deeply as you feel you need to go in the bent knee. Exhale, inhale, and exhale. Now you can exhale the 1 arm back to the chair for stability, and then keep your gaze forward as you open up your shoulders to the side and your hips to the side, and the arm goes behind you until it reaches parallel to the ground. And then once you feel stable with that arm behind you in your warrior 2 pose, you can reach out so you have both arms parallel to the ground. Inhale, and exhale. Breathe into your heart center. Inhale and exhale. Make sure you're exhaling all the way out. Inhale, bring the back hand down to the thigh, slide it down, and reach up or hold on to the chair. Reach up into your peaceful warrior. You can always find the chair and just gaze up, and then let go. Whatever is right for you. Inhale and exhale. Next inhalation, Brings you back to warrior two. Press into those feet. And now straighten the front leg. Coming into triangle. Reach out in front. Really press into that back foot too for stability purposes. And then once you can't reach any further, lower the palm to the chair and then reach up the other arm towards the ceiling. Engage the belly. Here we are in triangle. Trikonasana. Inhale and exhale. Your gaze can go up to the palm if that's available to you. 2 more breaths here. Inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. Next inhalation, push off the seat of the chair. Bring both arms out to the side. You can hold the back of the chair while you point your toes towards the front. Wiggle your toes and your heels together until you find this nice stance so that your legs are straight, but your toes are both pointing out to the sides. Now, if you feel ready, you can let go of the chair and come into star. All 4 limbs are straight, and we're spreading ourselves in 4 directions. Press into your feet, shine out, and now we'll come into our goddess squats. Exhale down, bring the shoulder blades together, inhale up. Again, hold on to that chair if you need to. Exhale down, inhale up. Exhale down, feel your heart shining. Inhale up. When your shoulder blades come together, feel the heart opening. Inhale up. Next one, exhale down and hold. 3, 2, and 1. Push into your feet and grow one last time into your star. And then exhale, the hands out to the sides, hands come to hips. And then push off one foot and then the other, and then come back to Tadasana. Just settling here, noticing and observing what's going on inside. Coming back again to ourselves. For our balance pose today, we're going to do tree pose. So please bring your hips so that it's aligned with the back of your chair. And you're holding onto the back of the chair. Come into an open chest. Check your alignment with your shoulders and your hips and your knees and your ankles. And then bring your outer arm so that your outer hand rests on your hip. And now shift your weight to the foot that's closest to the chair, and then come up on the ball of your outer foot. And then have a micro bend in that leg that you're going to balance on. Okay, now pivot your knee that's bent out to the side, and then rest your heel on your ankle. So now we have, our hips are really open here, our knees straight out to the side. Hands are on hips. Now you can stay here and grow your branches for tree pose. And when you let go, you'll notice this is a real balancing pose. Relaxing your shoulders down. You challenge yourself by having your gaze go up. Or if you would like more challenge and you feel stable here, you can bring your heel, your sole of your foot up to your calf. Knees pointing straight out to the side. And then play with that. Feel how rooted you are. Bending that knee, having a micro bend helps with the balancing. Okay, so play with it. This is your time to play with your balance. And you can just stay with one branch, or you can do 2. Really rooting through that foot. back down. You can come back down, shake your legs out, and you can try again. Now this time, maybe you want to go to a different level. Maybe you want to just stay at the same place. If you want to go higher, then you keep your knee out to the side, bring the sole of your foot up to the inner upper thigh. Again, don't lock out that knee. And then feel the stability of the pose and the base of the pose before you grow your branches. It really helps to have a dristi, which is a focal point on the floor. So maybe you find a spot out in the floor, maybe 10 feet out in front of you. And then go ahead and play. Play with your tree. Growing your branches, inhaling and exhaling. It does help to push the foot into the leg. Inhale and exhale. Inhale, exhale, prayer hands to heart. Release the leg, shake it out. Okay. And then walk on over to the other side. We'll do tree pose on this side. Okay. Hands on hip, hands on the back of the chair. Come onto the ball of the outer foot. And then point the heel to land onto the ankle. And then square your hips and shoulders. And then go ahead and grow one branch and then the other if you like. Gaze goes up for challenge or gaze stays down for more stability. Prayer hands to heart. We can try the next level or just continue the same. I'm going to move my chair a little bit away from me so I'm not leaning into it. And then grow our branches again on this level. Ooh, coming out of it, that's okay. Smile, maybe that helps. And then prayer hands to heart. Hold the chair, lower down. And then maybe you want to go one more try. Settle in, grow one branch. Maybe find your dristi. And then grow your other black branch. There's a photograph behind me of a group of some of my favorite trees where I used to hike in California. So I'm thinking of that place right now as an additional focal point. Sometimes when we visualize things, it even helps us more. Growing even taller. And then exhale, prayer hands to heart. Ooh. We must have fun and relax out of it. Enjoy ourselves just as we are. Okay, shake it all out. And now we're going to come back down for our warm downs. Okay. Oops. And to come down to our chair, I'd like to use the practice of Utkatasana. So make sure the chair seat is right behind you. Reach out with your hands. Settle into Utkatasana, pressing into your feet. Inhale and exhale. Inhale, reach your arms longer. Now exhale the hands back into skier's pose. Feel your belly come to your thighs. Feel the back of the chair, or the seat of the chair that's right there for you. And then slowly bring yourself to a seated position and feel how good that feels. Settle into the center of your chair and notice and feel. Wonderful. Okay, it's time for warm downs. So we'll begin with the 6 motions of our spine again. Inhaling our arms out to the side and up overhead. And exhale, float the hands, palms facing the ground. Inhale, bring the breath in, palms facing up. reaching overhead. Exhale, just one arm down. Come into your lateral stretch. Once all the air is out, inhale yourself back up. And exhale, other side, lateral stretch. Inhale yourself back up. And exhale, spinal twist. And inhale, arms back up. And exhale, spinal twist, other side. Inhale, arms back up overhead. And exhale, hands out in front, hands come to knees. Tuck the chin and roll yourself down. This time I invite you to roll all the way down into forward fold. Your hands can come all the way down to your feet. If you have heart condition, please keep your head above your heart and just do the cat curl. Otherwise, if you want to come all the way down to the forward fold, you can bring your head all the way down to your knees, curling the spine. Letting go here in forward fold. Hands are on our feet. And now slowly inhale. Keep your chin tucked. Slide your hands all the way back up to your knees. Then the hands are above the knees. Long spine. Shoulders back over the hips. Then reach out your arms in front of you. Spine is long. Arms continue to go up towards the ceiling. Gaze can come up too. Open your wingspan. Your arms reach to the sides. Then the arms come down. The hands find the legs of the chair. Bring the shoulder blades together and shine your heart upward. Gaze comes forward. Let go of the chair. Arms come out to the side. Gaze is straight ahead. Arms come up, 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 overhead. Prayer hands to heart. Release the hands down. And now it's time to close our practice. Thank you so much for practicing with me today. It was really wonderful to spend this time with you. So let's bow down to ourselves and thank ourselves for practicing chair yoga today. And then prayer hands to your third eye. And let's bow down to each other. Namaste. I hope to see you next time.